Hey there everybody, Onurubu here, back again with some VLR. I nearly said 999, but yeah, back again with some VLR. Last time we've decided we're going to, well, we reached a dead end here, which is the same lock for both of them, but last time we decided we're going to rewind and do this lock. And this lock is telling us that we have 1 dose of neostigmine, which was weird because I thought that would be the thing we used for 5 minutes of life instead. So now I'm wondering, what are we going to use for this one? Well, anyway, enough blathering on about shit like that. Let's just get started, get going, and see what happens when we have the answers to this lock finally. Cool. Shit! Starting off right where we left off. Skip. Cool.
Is an anesthetic called sopranyl beta. The other is a muscle relaxant called tubocurarine. Your bracelet also has a bunch of needles on the inside.
I hate needles.
If you break the rules, those needles hop out and inject you.
My brother told me about that. Neostigmine is a type of cholinesterase inhibitor. That means it's sort of an antidote for tubocurarine. I knew it!
Give it back. I found it, so it's mine.
Of course. The antidote.
The antidote?
I didn't have time to explain. I took off running toward the exit. Ah! 3D movement, scary!
Sigma, where are you going?
Stay here. I'll be right back. I bolted out of the warehouse towards the treatment room. I think Dio put it in his pocket. Come on, come on, come on, please still have it. Sweat was pouring down my face, but I didn't bother to wipe it off. There wasn't time. I dug frantically through Dio's coat until... Aha! Found it! Oh! There's only 1 dose. The injection gun uses the whole bottle at once. Shit! I can't save both of them.
1 minute remains until chromatic doors close.
I can't save both of them, but I can save one. 1 minute! Shit! I spun around and shot out of the treatment center. IG replicator, IG replicator. Oh no, this isn't anything to do with immunoglobulin, right?
1. Chromatic doors closing.
No! You gotta be kidding me!
Oh dear.
Sigma.
Ah! There was a sharp, quick pain in my wrist, barely even noticeable. Couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins, but I knew it was there. First would be the anesthetic sopranyl. I blinked and my vision started to blur. When I tried to think, it felt like my mind had been stuffed with cotton. My legs began to wobble and then gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor. No, I couldn't fall asleep. I had to give one of them the antidote before my bracelet injected me with tubocurarine. With every ounce of my strength I could muster, I forced my eyes back open. Kay and Phi lay limp on the floor in front of me. In my right hand I could feel the injector gun with its precious cargo. I could only pull the trigger once. Who was I going to choose? Phi or Kay? No, what was I thinking? There was only one answer. Phi. I didn't even have a choice. After all, Kay's entire body was covered in impenetrable metal. I'm sorry, Kay. I summoned up as much energy as I could and dragged myself toward Phi. After what felt like an eternity, I was finally within arm's reach. With no time to waste, I pressed the gun to her arm and pulled the trigger.
Sigma. What the hell did you...
I injected you with neostigmine. It's a type of cholinesterase inhibitor. It's the antidote to the muscle relaxant.
Why did you pick me?
Because I can't use the injection gun on Kay. Did never get through the metal.
Then why didn't you inject yourself?
Guess you've got a point. Honestly, it didn't even cross my mind.
You're the biggest idiot on the planet.
What planet, though? That's the important question. Hey, come on. Is that any kind of thing to say to somebody who's about to die? How about something more tender?
No. Screw this. I don't want to live if it means being in debt to you.
Okay, now that one hurts. Being called an idiot, that's fine. This one hurts.
No goddamn way. I'm not gonna...
Her words slurred and slowed and her eyes fluttered closed. She wasn't dead, of course. I could hear the faint sound of her breathing and see her chest rise and fall. Good, Fi's gonna be alright. But Kay... I looked over in his direction. That was when I noticed it. Open. There's a hole on here on the back of your head. Yeah, it looks like you insert something. It says open, so maybe if you put some kind of key in there...
You could open up the suit and take the mask off.
Are we gonna even get to take his mask off? But now it's pointing to open, yeah. Wait, then he... But when could he have... Golem Bay, yeah.
Yes.
It's empty. Was there something in here before?
No, it was empty when I found it.
Liar. But what if he'd lied? Would Kay have taken the key? Yep. How he'd gotten it didn't really matter anymore. What did matter was that Kay had been able to remove his armor. And he had... Holy shit, then that would mean Dio's killer is... I coaxed as much strength as I could from my increasingly lethargic body and crawled toward Kay. Wait, what the fuck are you talking about? He had... Wait, how does that mean Kay is Dio's killer? Am I missing something? Kay, wake up! Come on, talk to me! I grabbed his shoulder and shook him until he finally shifted and spoke.
Sigma.
I just need to know one thing. Did you kill Dio? You weren't sleeping, were you? After I left, you took off your armor. You didn't want to go the same way I had, so you took the other door. After you went the long way around through the warehouse and up the crew quarters, you headed for the elevator. Oh. I bumped into Fi. We went back to the lounge to check on you. We saw you, or we saw your armor, I guess. By then you would have been out of it. While we were in the lounge, you went to the treatment room and killed Dio. You must have turned off the oxygen to his pod, although you probably didn't stick around to make sure he died. Betting you were in a hurry to get back here before Fi and I noticed something was up. Once you got back to floor A, you knew us out of the lounge. You made a noise in the hall to lure us out. Then you ran around and took the long way back to the lounge so you could enter through the rear door. So wait, why the fuck did Kay do this? Does he know something about Dio that we don't? Did he just not like him causing so much trouble? What does Kay look like? Can we see? Bro, please. I need these questions answered, but both of us are gonna die. Fi's only gonna be the only survivor. I don't see any way out of this. I literally don't see any way out of this scenario where... I don't see any way out of the scenario where me and like I can save myself. Like, how does Sigma save himself? This has to be like a character ending, right? It has to be. Like, it's gonna go to novel here and then it's gonna go to Fi's ending or something like that. Once you are there, you put your suit... Oh no, this is the K ending! What am I saying? This is the K ending! Because we got K's backstory, that's how it works. That's how it always works. Once you were there, you put your suit on again and waited for us. Was he the one in the AB room with us? I don't remember. Once you were there, you put your suit on and waited for us. As soon as we found Dio's body, we did exactly what you'd expected. Kay, wake up! Something's happened! He pretended to wake up, very disorientated and confused. Well, what is it? Come on, Kay, I'm almost out of time. Did you kill Dio? Yes.
Yes. Your reasoning is correct. I killed him.
Why?
Because I couldn't forgive him. He took the life of someone very important to me.
Who is important to you? Who here is important to you? Luna?
I couldn't...
Who did he kill?
The old woman.
Is that his mom? I knew it. The old woman was that mom he talked about. What?
She was like mother to me. She showed me how to see meaning in my life.
Wait, are you saying?
Yes, I am. She was the woman who came here when I was 18.
Whoa, came here? What do you mean here?
Sigma, unfortunately, we are out of time. There's something I have to tell you.
Yes, tell me, please, quick.
I made a promise that you would hear it. Do you understand?
Yes.
This is very important.
Okay, I got it. Tell me.
You must pay attention.
I got my pencil. I've got my pencil and notebook ready.
Cannot forget.
I won't forget. Just fucking tell me. Forget? It wasn't making sense. I was about to die. How on earth would I be remembering anything for more than a few seconds?
If you see a lion with two heads devouring the sun, remember these letters.
Kay, I love you. I love you so much. I've been looking for the solution to this password for ages. I love you so much, Kay. I forgive all the past transgressions you've pulled against me. Lion. 2 sons. Colon. Lay it on me, brother. Lay it on me.
M-I-L-K-E-V-O-L-I.
M-I-L-K-E-V-O-L-I. Now, is that the password or the username? I still love you for giving me one part of the puzzle, but I need to know if that's the password or the username.
This will open the second gate.
The second gate, okay. What the hell? Hey, Kay! Who told you to tell me this? No! Who are you? Show me! Show me who you really are! I grabbed a hold of Kay's mask and tore it off. What? No, that's impossible. That face. It's my face. Felt a sharp pain in my left wrist and my body collapsed unceremoniously. The second drug, tubocurarine. My vision began to blur and my head felt unnaturally heavy. The world faded away and my consciousness slipped down into the cold, dark waters of nothingness. End K. That's K's end. K is Sigma? K is Sigma. What the fuck? K is Sigma. Bro, I've seen some crazy fucking shit in my life that K's ending. Okay, cool. So we get, whenever we're gonna get a character's ending, we get a long non-voiced exposition dump on them. Really good exposition dumps. Exposition carries a very negative connotations a lot of the time, but no, these, I love reading those not long, like, exposition dumps. I loved Dio's one, I loved Tem Myoji's one, I loved Clover's one. They're all so good. And I also love K's now. K ending. K is Sigma. I thought it was gonna be 0 or something, bro. I don't fucking know. K. I don't have the password yet. But K, you gave me somewhere to go on. Cool. There's only one place, okay, we only have one option. We literally only have one option. There's nothing, we have literally exhausted every single possibility. And now we're left with one option. There's nowhere we can go except for here. My original timeline. I love this so much. I really love this. I don't know if I just happened to accidentally structure this out this way, or like it's just because I exhausted everything else and this just happened to be on the right instead of the left, but I think it's just a coincidence, but I love it. I've exhausted every other possibility. I've exhausted every crossroads, everything. I've gone down every path possible that wasn't my original timeline because I ignored it when I first unlocked the lock. I've finally, the only way I can progress now is to go back to my first ever timeline. And I am so ready. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Let's save these bitches. I'm not gonna skip. I want to remember what happened here. Maybe if it gets a bit too tedious, I'll skip, but right...
Alright, please pay attention, everyone.
Cool.
You need to hear this. The Atom has finished scanning...
What did it say?
I'll be going quickly through these lines because these are lines I've seen recently.
Her results are identical to Quark's. She has also been infected with Radical 6.
On our way back, Fire had gone off to retrieve the rest of the participants. 7 sets of eyes widened as Luna spoke.
Oh no. No! What's going to happen to her? Well, like I said before, there's only one way to cure Radical 6. There's a special antiviral treatment. Do you know what immunoglobulin is?
Immunogoblin?
It's another name for antibodies. Some people have antibodies that can fight off Radical 6.
Cool.
Those antibodies are the basis for Excelavir.
Wait, what about those pods in the treatment center? Can't we just stick them in those?
Right. I thought of that too, so I went and took a closer look at them. Unfortunately...
They can't cure it.
Correct. They can suppress the symptoms for a while, but they can't kill the virus itself.
Okay.
The only way we can help Alice and Quark is if we can find some Excelavir.
But the pods will keep them from getting any worse, right?
Yes.
Well, then what are we waiting for? One of you, grab Alice. We're going to the treatment center.
As he spoke, Temyoji moved over to Quark and lifted his small unconscious body off the bed. Quark shifted slightly as Temyoji moved him, and something fell out of his pocket with a soft clink. Bent down and slowly picked it up. Is this medicine?
What?
Well, what is it?
Excelavir, hold on, there's a name on the label here. Excelavir?
You found it, Sigma?
Sounds like Excalibur a little bit.
It's the one thing that can cure Radical 6.
Nice. Very, very convenient.
Why did Quark have it?
Perhaps he found it earlier.
In the laboratory. Earlier when?
We explored the laboratory. It was on the other side of the red door. I happened to notice Quark putting something in his pocket.
You hid it?
Whether or not that was his intention is unclear. I did not have the opportunity to ask, as he collapsed immediately afterwards.
Okay, so maybe he wasn't hiding it, he was just grabbing it.
It didn't feel appropriate to go digging around in his pockets for it after that. And to be honest, it had also slipped my mind. We were rather preoccupied with getting him to the infirmary as quickly as possible.
Who cares about the details? We have it. Hurry up and give it to him, Luna.
Hey, hold on a minute. What about Alice?
Does it really matter if she goes first or not?
There's
I'm
only
sorry,
one
but
dose.
I don't think we can do that.
What?
There's only enough here for one person. The only way we have to administer this is with the injection gun. And the way it functions, it uses a whole bottle each time you pull the trigger.
In other words, we can't split the dose in two or something.
Right.
While we all stood stunned, Fi moved. Stepping over to Quark, she quickly ran her hands through his clothes, then stepped back with a frown and a small shake of her head.
Nothing. That one bottle was it.
Do you think there might be some more back in the laboratory?
No, unfortunately not.
No.
Oh, God.
Just enough medicine for one dose.
Only one person can be saved.
Nope, we have a way out.
Who should we give it to?
Alice or Quark?
What the hell is this? There's no way we're only going to save one of them.
But what are we going to do?
Do I have to spell it out? We're going to save them both.
How?
That's I needed to calm down. Think. There had to be a way to save both of them. And this is when my first timeline came to a halt. Was there, I knew it, and here it is, finally. Finally. The IG equals immunoglobulin.
Do you know what immunoglobulin is? It's another name for antibodies. Some people have antibodies that can fight off Radical 6.
IG replicator.
Replicator makes it sound like it makes copies of stuff.
So it's like a copy machine.
Yeah. Probably copies IG, whatever that is.
Any ideas?
Who knows? Ice cream by the gallon?
Yep, that's exactly it. I'm so happy. I feel so satisfied. Like, I can't begin to describe the feeling I'm feeling right now. Like, the satisfaction I'm feeling at finally being able to solve this issue that I got right at the beginning of this Let's Play. Right at the beginning of this playthrough. I've finally gone back and did it, and it's the last thing I need to do to progress the game. It feels so good. That's it. I've got it. The IG replicates in the laboratory. It's an immunoglobulin replication machine.
What?
I told you had a nice antibody. I got an achievement. It can copy immunoglobulin antibodies. Luna just said Accelavir is made from antibodies. That means you can make more Accelavir.
Hold on a moment. There is a strange device in the laboratory that says IG replicator on it. Clover and I examined it thoroughly when we were in that room.
Yeah, we never could figure out what it did though.
Exactly. My question is, how do you know about it, Sigma?
I'm just built different, bro. I saw it when I was in the laboratory.
When was that?
Probably when you were looking for Alice, right?
No, Dio was wrong. I hadn't gone to the laboratory when I was looking for Alice. I didn't think I'd ever been to the laboratory. So how did I know about the IG replicator?
If what he's saying is true, then we should be able to duplicate the Accelavir.
Yes, let's go do that right now.
That would mean we could cure Alice and Quark.
Let's go have a look then. The laboratory, right?
Yep,
Yeah. No time to waste.
you all nodded. Wait, we can't leave them here all alone. Luna, do you think you could stay behind and look after them? Please, Luna's gonna fucking die.
Oh, of course. I'd be happy to.
She's gonna be dead by the time we get back, bro. Alright, then let's go. Let's use this IG replicator and get us some immunoglobulin.
So this is the lab, huh?
Yes.
Where's this IG replicator thing?
Right there. See?
So this can copy the Accelavir?
I think so.
What are we waiting for?
Calm down, alright? Don't rush me. I carefully lowered the small vial of Accelavir into the slot on the side of the machine. An empty vial already protruded from the other side. Presumably that was where the duplicated Accelavir would go. Ready? When I push this button, it should...
Skip it. Just press the damn thing.
Right, and pressed. Did it work?
Have a look. The empty vial has something in it now.
And the vial Sigma used remains as it was.
Oh, damn, this thing's pretty cool.
It does not seem to have lost any of its contents.
Hell yeah.
So, it worked?
Would have been pretty bad if it hadn't.
Alright, let's get this thing back to the infirmary. I reached down and pulled both vials from the machine, intending to slip them directly into my pocket.
What
Ah,
happened?
shit. Sorry, my hand slipped.
You dropped one of them?
Yeah, just wonder.
What in the hell? What if you'd broken it, you idiot?
Well, then we'd have more. Come on. If it had broken them, we could have just made another copy. Or Tenmyoji could reply if I spoke.
Guys?
I was surprised to hear her voice coming from near my feet. I looked down to see her staring intently at something beneath the table.
You see?
A bomb.
It did break.
No, the vial's fine.
There's a bomb.
See?
She held it up in one hand but didn't move her eyes.
Then what the heck is going on down there?
Take a look.
It's a bomb. She slid back from the table quickly and silently. The rest of us bent down to look. Oh wait, the 02 bomb is here. Oh. Sorry, I just had to mute my mic to sneeze. The 02 bomb is here. I thought this would be the 00 bomb. A bomb?
Whoa. Really? That makes two then.
Guess Kay was right after all.
So there were more bombs.
So it would seem.
Was this here when you guys came through the first time?
No,
Oh.
it was not.
Yeah, I didn't see anything, and I looked real hard.
Then somebody must have said it while we were looking for Alice.
Who the hell would do that?
We were all out looking for Alice. It could have been any of us. K, fucking K, dude. Now that I know he's Sigma, it's so fucking weird.
No, not any of us. I was back in the infirmary. Quark was still out, so I was keeping an eye on him.
So we shouldn't consider you a suspect, is that right?
Yeah, Quark's off the list too.
But Tenmyoji, you have no proof that you spent the entire time in the infirmary, do you?
Luna? Wasn't Luna there as well?
What?
You could have quietly made your way to the laboratory, planted the bomb.
That's insane! Listen to yourself! There's no way in hell I'd have left Quark all by himself to go plant a goddamn bomb!
Tenmyoji was still staring furiously at K when Clover spoke up.
Hey, what's this thing?
I turned in time to see her grab something from underneath the table.
It looks like a memory card.
Huh.
Where was it?
Right under the bomb. It was down on the floor under the table.
Could it have been put here by the same person who set the bomb? There was nothing like it here when we examined this room.
Do you think they dropped it accidentally?
Unless it was left here intentionally, yes. I imagine so.
What? Dude, you just literally said the opposite to my sentence and said unless. Yes, those are the two cases. It was either an accident or intentional. Thank you. Thank you for pointing out the two options.
What do you think's on it?
Let's take a look. Did I see it for a minute?
I guess so.
I plucked the card out of her hand and looked around the room. Nothing. In the infirmary, bro. Infirmary. Shoot. No dice. We'll need to plug it into something that can read memory cards, but I don't see anything here.
So what do we do?
Come on, if I knew, I'd be doing it.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
I still have to do the fucking AB game? Ally time. We're gonna do ally, and then... Because betray is the longest. Ally seems to just be a bad end.
All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Guys, I think maybe we should get back to the top floor.
Yeah, you're right. We've got what we came here for.
What should we do about the, bomb?
Just leave it for now.
Not much we can do except leave it here. Alice said it'd be dangerous to touch them.
True, but
Drop it. We can talk about the bombs later.
We don't want to drop it. We really don't. They just said it's dangerous.
Right now we need to take care of Alice and Quark.
Okay. Right. So we'll go back to the infirmary, give them the Accelavir, then head to the floor A warehouse.
Right.
Okay, cool. Sounds like a good plan.
This ought to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It might take a little while, but they should recover.
Okay, I'm glad Luna's not dead. Her voice was quiet as she backed away from Alice and Quark. Why didn't we give one vial to Alice, come back, use the empty vial to make another copy of Accelavir, and give it next one to Quark? Or either way around. Now we're out. Aren't they just being stupid? They're out of Accelavir. They really are out of Accelavir, bro. You could have just kept making infinite copies of it. Quark in her hand was the injection gun. She carefully removed the empty vial and placed it gently in the cabinet with the other one. While we were in the laboratory, Luna had moved Quark to a crude cot. They both looked peaceful as they slept. The madness I'd seen on their faces before was completely gone.
Are they really going to be alright?
Yes. The analysis I did on the vials confirmed that the duplicate was real Excelivir. The original was genuine too, of course.
Okay.
Now that they've been treated...
It's only a matter of time before the virus is eliminated.
Okay, but what about us? What about us?
I believe so, yes.
Why didn't we keep the freaking vials and keep making our own copies of Excelivir?
Oh man, what a relief. I was really worried.
Clover grinned. Agreed. I gave her a reassuring pat on the back.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Cool.
All right, everybody. We can be relieved later.
Cool. Now we need to actually deal with the AB game. I need to pick ally, get betrayed, and that's it.
Right now we need to get to the AB rooms and fast.
And so I can get betrayed with ally, and then someone leaves and leaves us for dead in here.
Damn. Don't even have time to catch our breath.
Come on, let's go. The floor A warehouse. Oh, Jesus Christ, I can't speak. The floor A warehouse is waiting. Huh? Where's Temioji?
Oh, he stayed back in the infirmary.
Bruh. What?
Well, when we were all heading out, I noticed he wasn't doing anything. So I asked him if he was coming with us. And this is what I got.
I'm still worried about Quark and Alice.
Oh, so he stayed behind.
I think I'll stick around and make sure they're okay.
Cool.
I see. That means that Phi's only opponent will be Dio.
Okay. 1-on-1, huh?
Ugh.
That's cool. Nothing to worry about.
Pick Phi, you're picking Betray.
I plan to choose ally.
No, Phi, you doing Betray.
You know why?
Because I've only got one BP.
Exactly. If you chose ally and I betrayed you, your BP would drop below 0 and... well, we know what happens then. I want to win, but I'm not that desperate.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying, right?
I don't believe you for a second. You just don't want us to gang up on you right now.
Tenmyoji and Dio are a pair. Tenmyoji only had one BP left. Since Dio said he's going to pick an ally, Phi can't really pick anything else. If she does, Tenmyoji will...
Die.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Kay and I are gonna be going 1-on-1 too, right?
Yep.
Since Quark's still sleeping.
That is correct.
How many BP do you guys have?
I've got 6.
As do I.
This will be a tough one then.
If one of them can get the other to ally and then betray that person, the betrayer will have 9 points. Look, Kay, I know you don't really have any reason to trust me, but...
I know. You would like us both to vote ally, yes?
Okay, what's gonna happen is, if I vote ally, I think one of them is gonna betray the other one, and they're gonna escape by themselves, and then it's gonna be a bad end. That's what I'm assuming is gonna happen. But I'm not sure. But I know that, well, I'm just assuming, unless this one extends, if I pick ally here, it's a bad end, because it ends right there.
Yeah.
I agree. If we were to both betray, then we would gain no points. We would lose nothing either, but that's hardly relevant. If both of us cooperate, then we will both gain 2 points, which is much more beneficial.
I just want to check something real quick. The Clover End, which escape room did I go through? Was that the treatment room? Yeah, treatment center, cool.
Right. Okay, good. You're really gonna do it, right?
Yeah, I trust... Nope, I can't say that. I have no idea what K is gonna do. I think one of them is gonna betray the other, but only if I pick ally. If I pick betray, I don't think one's gonna betray the other.
Yes,
Promise?
promise.
1 minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
Shit, this is bad. We need to move, now.
Indeed. Shall we?
DOK, Fi, and Clover all took off immediately, heading into different AB rooms. Counting from the left, Dio went into room 3, K went into room 4, and Fi and Clover went into rooms 5 and 6 respectively. That left Luna and myself. What do you think about taking the one on the far left?
Sounds good.
Okay, but... So we just don't find the other lady, like the dead lady in... If we pick Alice, we just don't find the dead lady. Okay. That's how we headed in, with that settled, we headed into AB room number 1. Cool, let's get this thing rolling. Bad end time. First time to get your bad ends here, boys.
30 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
It's probably a little late to say this, but you know Alice is still in the infirmary, so...
You're saying we should pick ally, right? Since Alice is going to default to that anyway.
Yes.
I know, it's not really fair to betray someone who isn't voting. But the thing is, if I pick betray is the only way for me to continue. I'm sorry, Luna. I have to betray you to keep going with the game. Luna's face broke into a warm, happy smile. Not to be sappy, but it was like a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day. I grinned back at her before I knew what I was doing. For a minute, the Nonui games didn't seem so scary.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ally. Let's get allied and let's get bad ended. Let's get game over. I'm ready.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Luna and I stepped out of the AB room. Alright, let's go have a look at the results.
Results from... Please...
Oh, let's see what happens. Did Clover and K betray each other? Let's see. Well, one betrayed the other. Betray, betray. Betray, betray. Ally. Betray. Oh! Oh, Alice, you sneaky bitch! Fuck you!
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly.
Dio was ready to fucking kill Fi. He was so ready.
Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
What? It wasn't possible. I blinked, rubbed my eyes, and looked again. No, that's not possible. How can Alice's vote be betray? It was a question I would never know the answer to. There was a sharp, quick pain in my wrist, barely even noticeable. I couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins, but I knew it was there. First would be the anesthetic Soparil. I blinked and my vision started to blur. When I tried to think, it felt like my mind had been stuffed with cotton. My legs began to wobble, then gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor.
Sigma! Sigma! Hang on!
Oh no! Sigma! Get up!
Sigma!
Sigma!
No. Why?
My eyelids felt like they were made of lead, but I forced them open. Everything was growing blurry, but I noticed that the door of the second AB room was open. And when I'd gone into that room, I'd watched them all, and yet there she stood, an apparition that couldn't possibly be real. Alice. The world was gradually going black and my mouth refused to form words, but my head echoed with questions. How? Why? What was she doing there? Had she run in at the last moment after Luna and I had entered our room? But even if she had, why did she choose betray? Then the darkness closed over my mind as well, and my questions were gone forever. Fucking Alice, bitch! I thought Cleo and Clover was gonna betray each other and then they were gonna run away, but no! Alice fucking kills me! Alice kills me! That's all that fucking happens! Bitch! Dude, I remember in every other timeline except for this one, she's okay, but in this original timeline I had, she's such a fucking bitch, dude. Jesus, let's go betray this bitch. I'm ready to betray the hell out of her. I have no remorse now. I have zero remorse. Zero fucking remorse.
30 seconds remain until...
Fuck you, Alice. Now she's gonna ally. Now that I picked betray, she's gonna fucking ally me. She's not gonna get up and be there. She's gonna... Because of, multiple worlds and shit, she's gonna not be there. She's gonna ally me. And then Luna's gonna be like, Sigma, why? Luna and I stepped out of the AB room.
Why? What happened to... It's not fair to betray someone who isn't voting. I thought...
There was nothing I could think of to say. Even though I didn't really understand why I picked betray instead. It was so I could live. It's because Alice is a betraying piece of shit. It had almost felt unconscious, like some other part of my mind was making a decision. Perhaps I've been possessed by some sort of evil spirit. Hey, don't go Undertale on me, bro. Then I moved my finger to the betray button against my will. Right, well we should go see the results.
Really? We already know what they are. It's just simple math.
The look in her eyes was more painful than any punch I'd ever taken. I turned away and almost ran towards the projector. Anything to get away from those eyes.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed.
This is gonna be a full board of betray.
Please direct.
That'll be hilarious. But no, I think not Luna. I think Alice is gonna ally me. Betray. Yes, okay, good. You didn't pull some causality shit on me.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Everybody betrayed each other. Jesus Christ. What? Wasn't possible. I blinked and rubbed my eyes and looked again. No, how can Alice's vote be betray? That's not possible. Alice. I'm not gonna lie, this image of Alice is really creepy. I don't like it. She was standing inside the room far from the second room from the left. The room that should have been empty. Why? My mind was still reeling. Where'd she come from? As I was trying to form a sentence, she began to move towards us. From around me, I heard the chorus of muted gasps. It seems we were united in our surprise and confusion. Alice drew to a stop in front of me and glanced up at the display.
Thought you'd get an easy couple points, huh? Not so easy when you have to look your victim in the eye, is it?
No, I allied you, you fucking bitch!
Coward.
Me? A coward? You've got some balls saying that to me after you picked betray. Why are you even here?
You gave me the antivirus, didn't you? Tenmyoji told me. Thank you. I mean that from the bottom of my heart, honestly.
But you should still be under the effects of the anesthetic.
Yes, well, I still am. A bit. I have a throbbing headache, and I can barely stand. It's horrible. I'm more resistant to anesthetics than most people.
I'm really angry at Alice. No, I am actually really angry at Alice. She's making me... This isn't like the anger I had at the beginning of the Let's Play. She's genuinely making me hate her now.
A result of my training. I have a feeling Zero Senior knew that. They gave me way more than the standard dose of that gas when they kidnapped me. In any event, a few minutes ago I woke up in the infirmary. Tenmyoji explained what was going on, and I got here as fast as I could.
So you showed up right after we'd gone into the AB room?
Yes, right in the nick of time, too. About 10 seconds before the deadline, as I recall.
You did that just so you could betray us?
Right. What? Don't I get to do that? I mean, it turned out to be the right thing to do, didn't it? You two chose betray. If I'd stayed back there, I'd have lost 2 points.
So you're saying it was self-defense?
Yes.
You're full of shit. Self-defense my ass. You chose betray because you wanted out. You had 6 BP. If I pick ally, you would have had 9. That's what you were trying to do,
what if I
right?
was?
Are you serious? You would have killed me. Look, I only have 1 BP. You were this close to murdering me. Just admit it. You were planning to kill me so you could escape.
Don't be stupid. I knew you'd choose betray.
No, you didn't, because I didn't.
There was...
Tell the truth.
That is the truth. Why am I the only one getting the 3rd degree here? Look at those results. 2 other people just tried to kill someone.
Fi and Dio.
If Dio had chosen ally, Fi would have killed Tenmyoji. And if she'd chosen ally, Dio would have killed her.
I don't want to be rude, but it looks like Clover and Kay tried to trick one another. Not that it seems to have worked. If either one had chosen ally, the other one would have 9 BP right now.
I turned to look at the results again. Before, I'd only been looking at my own. I didn't realize that there was only 1 word across all the roster. Betrayed. That's fucking depressing, my guy. That's so fucking depressing. Whatever trust we'd managed to build had fallen apart. Everyone was suspicious of everyone else. Had it been the bombs? Or had it been something else? Whatever the reason, if it kept up, we'd never manage to escape. We'd be trapped in a cycle of 0-point rounds for the rest of our lives. Something had to be done. I closed my eyes and took a deep breath. Alright guys, pay attention. You've probably already all figured this out, but we can't keep going like this. If we don't start being a little more trusting, we're never going to get out of here. We need to work together. I might as well have been talking to a wall.
My apologies, Sigma, but I need to think on something for a bit. I would appreciate being left alone.
Kay?
I'll be leaving too. Things are getting a little too intense here for my delicate constitution. Sorry.
Dio?
Well, in that case...
Et tu, Fi?
Yeah, sorry.
Without another word, she turned and left the warehouse. Dio and Kay quickly followed suit.
See? There's your answer. In the end, everyone's just thinking about themselves. So I would appreciate it if you could not treat me like I'm the only villain here.
No, you're not the only villain here. There's 2 villains here. Dio and you. And right now, Dio is revealed to be part of some crazy-ass cult, man. He's brainwashed and shit. Right now, I hate you so much more than Dio. Genuinely. Alice, I really despise you right now so much more than Dio.
Come on, Clover. Let's go.
Hold on! I'm coming! Are you feeling okay? I was really worried, you know?
Watched them walk away, Clover practically jumping with delight to have Alice back. Before long, they reached the yellow door and disappeared beyond it.
Everyone's gone.
You aren't going to leave too?
No.
Are you sure? I chose betray.
I know, but I still believe in you, Sigma. I think your hand must have just slipped or something, right?
My chest hurt, and when I blinked I felt something hot and wet prick the corners of my eyes. Una, I bit my lip. Before I could think of anything to say, the metallic rumble of the doors closing echoed through the warehouse.
The Ambidex gates. Round star key. There is the
As many times as we want,
Yes, as long as we have the star keys. That means we can keep playing the AB game over and over too. Sigma? Could you show me your bracelet?
Yeah, I will. I just want to check some stuff out. Mission 0, bomb number 0, deactivation code. Find where if you find the 2-headed lion. Well, I just want to check what these hints say. This one doesn't say anything. Here's Stigmine, right? This one doesn't say anything either. Anyway.
Do you remember what Zero Jr. said?
Yeah, I remember. Let's see here. I'm a cyan pair. What about you?
I'm a magenta pair.
I wonder what the others
It
are.
could be anything, I suppose. We won't know until we have a look.
We've got about just over 80 minutes. The next set of chromatic doors open. So what should we do now?
Everyone else has gone off on their own.
Yeah, physically and emotionally. I really don't like how this is going. I really don't. My original timeline still seems so bad. I was so happy to be back here, but now I'm regretting it. I want out. I want to get off this ride. I don't want to be on this timeline anymore. Get me out. The other ones are so much better. Literally, Clover's one was better, and everyone fucking killed themselves there. It won't matter how many times we repeat the AB game if nobody trusts anybody else. We'll never be able to get out of here.
Maybe it would help if we all had a common goal. Something to unite our hearts and minds.
Yeah, but we've already got something like that. We all want to get out of here. That seems like a pretty clear goal to me, but everybody chose betray. Including me.
Well, what if we have an enemy?
An enemy?
Yes, a common foe. Like the person who set the bombs, for instance.
After coming back from the lab, I told her about the bomb mod she gave Alice and Quark the Accelivia. Yeah, that might work. If we can figure out which one of us planted those bombs, then everything else should work, and everyone else would work together against them. But how do we figure out who it is?
Do you have any clues?
Clues, huh? That's right, the memory card. I pulled it out of my pocket and held it out towards her.
What's this?
I told you, a memory card. It was under the bomb we found in the lab. I think whoever set the bomb dropped it. Yeah, I don't know what's on it though. We couldn't find any kind of memory card reader.
I guess we can't really use it then. Oh, wait a second.
In the infirmary!
You know what? I think I might have seen something.
Huh?
Yes, I remember. The infirmary.
Yep.
I saw it when I was searching the infirmary with Theo and Quark. There was a memory card just like that one.
Then?
Yes, I think we can see what's on it.
Cool.
The computer there should be able to read it.
Cool, let's go read what's on this memory card then. Luna and I exploded into the infirmary, nearly running into Alice, Clover, and Temioji. Quark was there as well, of course, but he was just as we'd left him, asleep on the bed.
What are you doing here?
I opened my mouth to retort, then thought better of it. If I really wanted people to start trusting each other, well, real change starts at home. Sigma, I actually think you have nothing in this timeline, at least. You have nothing to prove. You trusted her, and you clearly saw that she was fine with killing you. I really wish that bad end went on a little longer just to see Alice's shocked... I hoped I could see Alice's shocked face be like, what the fuck have I done? And I hoped I could see people clown on her. I wanted to see her get shit on, dude. I hate her so much right now. As quickly as I could, I explained the second bomb and the memory card and how we'd come to the infirmary in hopes that we could discover the contents of the latter.
Okay.
Then stick it in already!
Go ahead.
Right. Just as Duna had said, there was a small slot under the screen, exactly the size to fit a memory card. The moment that screen was filled with what appeared to be random letters. Oh, what's this?
6 rows, 22 letters each.
It looks like the odd rows use one set of letters, and the even rows use another set.
It's repeated, it's not random, all the letters are repeated.
In other words, the first 2 rows just repeat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this some kind of code or something?
Doesn't look random to me. I think there might be a pattern. I just don't know what it is.
Was there anything else on there?
No, it doesn't look like it.
So all we get is this gibberish. Hey Alice, you haven't said anything for a while. What's
Does
up?
any of this look familiar to you, Clover?
What do you mean?
Have you seen something like this before? Maybe during your training?
Training?
This is...
So you do recognize it.
What?
All right, knock it off, you two. How about you share it with the rest of the class?
Alice sighed and stretched her neck from side to side.
I believe this is an encoded message from a terrorist organization.
What?
They call themselves the Myrmidons.
Myrmidons? For some reason I felt like I'd heard that name before.
What are the Myrmidons?
Put simply, they're a bunch of thugs who are trying to destroy or dismantle most of human civilization.
Okay.
So this thing we're looking at, you think it's theirs?
Well, they have a number of different codes, but I do think this is one of them.
Then the bomb? It was set by one of the Myrmidons, wasn't it?
Yes, Dio set them. Of course it's fucking Dio. Who else would it be?
Yes. Well, I can't say for sure, of course, but it seems likely.
Yeah, that's the obvious choice, bro. Of course fucking Dio sent him. He's like the one evil guy here. Damn, I got a ton of questions for you, but let me start with this one. What the heck does that thing say?
I don't know. How
What?
am I supposed to decode it? I don't have the key.
I have the key.
Without a key, it would take literally hundreds of years to decode.
What about you, Clover?
Well, if Alice doesn't know how, I sure don't.
See.
Come on, give me a lock, give me a lock. Let me decode it. Not much we can do then. Can't come back to that code stuff later. I've got another question. Alice Clover, who the hell are you? Why do you know about this code?
That's...
You told me your job was to eliminate the enemies of the state or something like that? Just what the hell kind of job is that? I think it's time you told us what you do.
Sorry, but I can't.
Why not?
Because you might be one of them. You might be the person who set the bomb.
That's idiotic. Of course I'm not.
Really? And where's your proof? For all I know, you're my enemy. I can't tell you anything.
I'm not your enemy. I'm your ally. I'm your friend. I just want all of us to get out of here. Just please tell us. Please. We need to find out who did this so we can all escape. We have too little information. We need your help. Fine. If you won't tell us about yourself, then just tell us about the Myrmidons. What else do you know about them?
I'm sorry.
Before I could blink, she leapt up and ran out of the room. Is this gonna be the Alice? Is this gonna be the Alice ending? Hey, wait, Alice! I took off after her.
How long are you going to keep following me?
So yeah, I think this is gonna be the Alice ending. We're gonna now get her long, unvoiced exposition dump. Until you tell me what you know.
Then why don't you just ask Clover?
Clover?
You already know she works with me.
Well, yeah.
Then why don't you...
I wanted to hear it from you.
Why?
That's a good question. Remember the crew quarters or this garden? We got paired up. We got paired up for 2 separate rounds. That means I've spent more time with you than anybody else here. Maybe that's it. I guess I'm just curious about you.
What are you talking about?
Look, bro, don't take this the fucking wrong way. I'm not trying to fucking flirt with you. You betrayed me twice. The most I'll do is a hate fuck, but that's it. She spun around to hide it, but I caught a blush of red on her cheeks. Walked down the path to where it extended next to the pond. VLR, the dating simulator. I stayed silent. Alice sat down on the bench. We gazed at the smooth surface of the pond for several long minutes before she began to speak.
You don't hate me?
What? Why?
I tried to kill you.
I kinda hate you. Like Onurubu kinda hates you. Maybe Sigma's a better person than me right now. But me, I kinda hate you, you know? That's just momentary though. I don't think I actually hate her or will end up hating her like as time goes on. Dio I can hate. Oh, Dio I can hate so much. Not as much as before, but oh, I can hate on Dio so fucking much. Alice is just, I don't know, scared about something really, really desperate. And also, look, I can't really fault her. I did betray her. So yeah, I can't actually say I definitely hate you right now, emotionally. I'm still fired up. But no, I can't say I actually hate you. You mean in the AB game?
I was so scared. Who wouldn't be? Kidnapped and locked up, forced to play some sort of bizarre game. And then we found that bomb. I know I probably sounded calm, but as soon as we found that thing, all I wanted to do was run away from it as fast as I could. Things just went downhill from there.
What do you mean?
I remember hearing that Quark had collapsed and running to the infirmary with everyone else. When I got there, I realized I couldn't understand what anyone was saying, and everything looked... I don't know how to describe it. It was like watching a video on fast forward, only it was real. Then I started to feel like... It's hard to explain.
You wanted to kill yourself.
I guess you could say I didn't feel like I was myself, and it only got worse.
That was probably the Radical 6.
Yes, I think so. I don't remember much after that. But when I woke up in the infirmary, Suddenly, all that fear was back.
You were a rat. You were a cornered rat. Was scared for her life. She ran and betrayed because she was scared of something. I can't say I guess I can forgive you. I can say I can understand what you were going through. And over time I will forgive you, but not right now. I'm still a bit pissed off. If you begin telling me what you know and who you are, then I will actually be, like, more inclined to start, you know, not hating you.
So all I could think about was getting out of this place as fast as I could. It never even crossed my mind that it could kill you. God help me, even if it had, I don't think I would have cared. See? I'm horrible. You hate me, don't you? Just do it!
What? Do what?
Kill me! Get it over with!
What the hell, Alice? I'm not going to kill you. And what kind of pose is that? It looks like you're doing some cat thing, like, nya. I don't even hate you.
You're lying! I could have killed you. I would have killed you.
And you did! Come on, calm down. No one's killing anyone. No! There is! There's killing happening right there! Right here! Right there, there's killing happening. A single tear rolled down Alice's cheek. How poetic. Then another. Okay, no, now she's actually crying. Then another and another, leaving shining lines across her face. When I reached out, I saw her tense just slightly. Slowly, I brushed my thumb across her cheek and off, taking her tears with it.
Why are you doing this? You know, you kind of remind me of my father.
Oh! I'm sorry, Sigma, you got dad zoned. Yikes. Oh, you got dad zoned, my guy. Oh, no, no, no. You got dad zoned. That's so bad. That's who you were after, right? The people who killed your dad?
Yes.
Did they have anything to do with the Myrmidons?
Will you promise not to tell Clover that I cried?
Ah, come on.
Keep your mouth shut. I'll tell you what you want to know. About myself. And about the Myrmidons. Deal?
That's a deal I can make very easily. And also, so this is the Alice ending. Okay, let's do the Alice ending then. I can make that deal very easily. Sure. My lips are sealed.
Really?
Yep. What, crying? I don't remember any crying.
Good. Alright then.
Alice took a deep breath and began. And let's go. I need to take a deep breath and begin reading as well. My father is Egyptian, but my mother is French. I could guess you had some Egyptian in you, bro. They met while my mother was in Egypt on vacation and married shortly thereafter. When I was 3, we all moved to the US. My father was a scientist and his field was cloning. He was recruited by an American lab, which is why we moved. Both of my parents had used English around me from the time I was born, so I didn't have any problems adapting to life in the United States. On my 9th birthday, we'd been there for 6 years. That was when it happened. In the middle of the day, my mother showed up at school. Her eyes were red and puffy. She didn't say anything to me on the drive home. When we arrived, there were several policemen there to meet us. Father had always been a very punctual man, and when dinner time came and went with no sign of him, even I began to realize something terrible had happened. It wasn't until several years later that I finally learned the truth. My father's lab had been attacked by terrorists, and he had been kidnapped. For the rest of my childhood, my mother raised me by herself. I didn't realize it then, but it must have been incredibly difficult for her. As a single mother alone in a country where any relatives were a transatlantic flight away. She did her best not to let me see it, but every so often, when she thought she was alone, the mask would fall away, and in every line of her face, I could see exhaustion and loneliness. As much as I missed my father, it was those moments that made me wish more than anything that he'd never been taken. Fortunately, I was an excellent student and did especially well in math. I earned a full-ride scholarship straight out of high school and spent the next several years studying. After graduation, I took a job with the Department of Defense, hoping they might have the resources to help me look for my father. I was immediately assigned to the Special Office of Internal Security. Their purpose is to investigate and sometimes deal with terrorist organizations and other serious threats to the state. I could tell my mother wasn't happy about my decision, but she chose to remain silent about it. Eventually, I learned that the terrorist organization that had taken my father was none other than the Myrmidons. Although at the time that name didn't mean anything to me. They were suspected of human cloning. Specifically, it was thought that they had been using cloning techniques to copy their most useful members and expand their ranks. Myrmidons apparently believed that they could use cloning to create a new race of humans. Now at last I knew the reason for my father's abduction. Commander of the Myrmidons is a man named Left. Know his name and his gender, but not his appearance or his age. The Myrmidons are closely associated with a cult known as Free the Soul. We believe that Free the Soul provides their funding. We're trying to pin any kind of misdeeds on the cult's leader, a man named Brother. It's like trying to nail Jello to a wall. Brother is supposed to be fairly advanced in years, and rumor says he's so old he can't even get out of bed. Unfortunately, his mind seems to be as sharp as ever. Is he Zero? Is he the one in the fucking hologram? At that point, I hit a wall. I knew the Myrmidons had been behind my father's kidnapping, but that was all I could learn about them. Then one day I got a tip that some of them were hiding in a building in the Nevada desert. I headed out immediately. On the way there, my car had some engine trouble and stalled out. I was trying to decide what to do when an SUV appeared out of nowhere. I'll give you one guess who was behind the steering wheel. Clover. That was the first time we met. There were 4 other people in the car with her, and when I asked them what they were doing, I got what was just about the last answer I'd expected. They told me they'd been locked up inside of the very building I'd been on my way to investigate, and that they were currently in pursuit of the people who had kidnapped them in the first place. My priorities shifted very quickly. After a short discussion, I convinced them to allow me to come along. My hope was to find the people who they were chasing, who I was certain were Myrmidons. In the end, however, we were unable to track them down. In fact, I still don't know where they might have gone. Eventually, I took Clover and her companions to Soy's headquarters. Decided that involving the police would only complicate things. After some questioning, it was determined that the people who had instigated this particular event were not connected to the Myrmidons. We did, however, discover that the mysterious disappearance and subsequent reappearance of several children 9 years prior was connected to Free the Soul. There was also a 6th person in the SUV, although they weren't riding in it per se. A middle-aged man, who I'll just call H for now, had been bound and placed in the trunk. According to the other 4, he had been behind the disappearance of the children 9 years earlier. We also learned that his pharmaceutical company, a major player in the world stage, was effectively controlled by Free the Soul. More specifically, I suppose H was a member of Free the Soul, and very committed to their cause. So why had he kidnapped all those children? Apparently it had been part of an experiment designed to test the ability of certain people to access what's called the morphogenetic field. I don't imagine you've ever heard of it before, so I'll try to give you a quick rundown. Simply put, these people can access a sort of field that allows their consciousness to resonate with the consciousnesses of certain other people. To be honest, it might be similar to just call it telepathy. Soyce had heard of this particular ability before and had actually used it in a number of investigations, so I wasn't surprised to learn of its existence. I was shocked, however, to learn that these experiments had been carried out by a member of Free the Soul. If that was the case, then Brother must have known about it. The thought of him discovering a way to control and harness that power was terrifying. It wasn't too long after the incident in Nevada that another tip about the Myrmidons crossed my desk. This time it claimed that the Myrmidons intended to launch a large-scale biological terrorist attack. Bosses decided that we needed more agents to deal with a threat of that magnitude, and Clover was recruited. Because she'd been a test subject in H's experiments, we knew that she had the ability to access the morphogenetic field, and we wanted to put that ability to use. After several months of training, she was sent on her first mission. She would be tasked with the infiltration and investigation of a Myrmidon cloning lab. I was assigned to be her commanding officer. I hoped that our investigation might also give me a lead on my father's whereabouts. At last I had a chance to find out what had happened to him. I wouldn't let that chance pass me by. Perhaps that was what kept me from noticing the truth. The whole operation was a trap. The lab was a fake and Clover was captured almost immediately. I got there as fast as I could, but when I arrived, the building was only an empty shell. All of the conspirators had pretended to be researchers and the like had already failed. I searched frantically for Clover until at last in a basement room I found her. She had been tied up to a chair. On the floor next to her was another body. It was my dad, yeah. He looked as if he'd just been dumped there, and when I got to him his body was already cold. It was covered in dark, ugly bruises. It wasn't until later that I learned he had died from ruptured organs and internal bleeding. They had beaten him to death. As soon as Clover had been captured, a Myrmidon in a mask had come to visit her. It said that unless she wanted to end up like my father, she would leave them alone and tell her masters at the source to do likewise. In retrospect, they must have known who I was and who my father was. That was why they'd killed him. Perhaps they thought they were sending a message to me, or that once he was gone I'd lose my reason for chasing them. They were very, very wrong. I took Clover with me and left, tried to console myself with the fact that I had at least been able to save her. Sometime later I received a call from the coroner. It was Luna. No, he told me there was something I needed to see. There in the morgue was my father, cold and pale on a steel table. I could barely stand to look at him, but the coroner insisted. On his arm were 2 rows of numbers, comprised of 8s and 9s. It took me a moment to recognize my father's handwriting. He had carved them into his own skin. On his chest was another message, but there were letters this time, not numbers. Not many, just enough to make a short sentence. I love you, Alice. That's so sweet. I broke down crying right there in the morgue. They were the first tears I'd shed since the operation had started, but there was no stopping them. There would be no forgiveness, not for the monsters who put my father through this. They destroyed my family, but make them pay even if I had to die to do it. That night I made a promise to myself. I would avenge my father. It didn't take long to figure out that the numbers he'd written were latitude and longitude. It pointed to a chemical factory that had been disguised as an abandoned building. Further investigation revealed that it was the mother lode we'd been looking for. The headquarters of the Myrmidons. To think my father must have known about how things would turn out. Knowing he was going to die, he'd written the directions to our enemy's fortress on his own body. Sacrificed too much for me to waste this opportunity with recklessness. This time our operation would succeed. This time I wouldn't let my excitement put Clover or any other of my agents in danger. So we took our time, we gathered information, we did our research, and we planned. Finally we were ready. December 25th, 2028 was going to be the day we finally set foot inside the Myrmidon stronghold. But then on the 22nd, only 3 days before the operation was scheduled to begin, a man in a gas mask appeared. So you inhaled the gas, passed out, and woke up here in the AB room?
Yes. Well, there it is. Everything that's happened with the Myrmidons and me. I left a few of the details out, of course, but you get the idea.
Yeah, thanks. She gave me a sad sort of smile and stood up. Where am I?
We should go back.
Not yet. Your story explained a lot, but there's still one big question.
Which is?
Who here is a Myrmidon? One of us planted the bombs. And based off the code we found, it's pretty clear that person is a Myrmidon.
Yes.
Right? And I agree that we need to figure out who they are.
What do you propose we do?
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you about. Do you have any clues?
Clues? Well, if I could decrypt that code, it might tell us something, but...
How can we do that?
I told you. We need a key. Without that, it's pointless.
I have a key. I have a key right here. I have a key right here. Now, what's a key?
A key is a key. It allows you to sort of unlock a code. The Myrmidons usually use this huge string of numbers as a key.
Yes, please. Wait, a long string of numbers? Could that be 78153? Yes. Yes. Dio. 78153 61098 83809 42419 90551.
What the hell?
Everybody, thanks for watching my gameplay. I'll see you all in the next episode, where we're going to discover who the Myrmidon among us is. I love this game so much. But for now, bye bye.